Here's Gordon in Tulsa. Great to have you. You are up first today on the EIB network. Hi, Gordon.
Good morning, or good afternoon. I think you're wrong about what's behind the left and their opposition to doing anything about the shootings in schools.
You think I'm wrong about what's behind the left and their opposition to doing anything about fixing the shootings in the schools? Where am I wrong about this?
I think the left is very cold-bloodedly decided to allow children to be killed in schools to help further them to their goal of gun control.
Why are you concluding that, Gordon? What is it that makes you? I mean, that's a pretty volatile charge. Now, Wayne LaPierre came close to what you're saying in an appearance in the year 2000 on This Week with Sam and Cokie, where he said Bill Clinton is comfortable with a certain level of violence and killing. You're pretty much saying the same thing. You're saying that they're comfortable with a certain level of student death to advance their agenda.
Yes, sir. The useful fools may not realize this. The leadership, the high level, are not stupid. They didn't get there by being dumb. They realize that all of the laws that they keep talking about will do nothing to prevent school shootings like that, not just schools, but the mass shootings.
Well, now, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's stick with wait a second. That, Gordon, that's a great place to stop and start digging. What Gordon said was they realize, he's talking about the Democrats, he's talking about the left, he's talking about the media, whoever, the NRA opponents. He's talking about people who realize that all of the suggestions and demands they are making will do nothing to save lives. That's what he's saying. That's why he thinks that they are comfortable with a certain level of killing, because it gives them an ongoing issue. When folks stop and think, before you have a knee-jerk reaction to this, stop and think about something. I want to repeat it. Columbine was the first such mass shooting, and there hasn't been a single substantive change in the way schools are patrolled, policed, protected, guarded, you name it. There hasn't been a substantive single change. And yet after every one of these shootings, we get the same exact rote list of demands and complaints. And they all focus on getting rid of guns. And last night, somebody in that CNN crowd went public very loudly with what the real ultimate objective is, and that's the confiscation of all weapons currently out there in the country. That's the objective. But ask yourself, why hasn't something been done? Since Columbine, why hasn't there been anything done that would stop one of these events after they begin? Why hasn't anything been done to prevent these from happening again? In this case, let me run through what happened here. Deputies were called to Nicholas Cruz's house 39 times. He was suspended from school. The FBI was specifically warned about the shooter just that month. He had guns. He had disturbing Instagram photos. He had made it public that he wanted to kill people. And he very proudly stated that he wanted to be a professional school shooter, as though it is something to aspire to. And nothing was done. And every one of these mass shooters has similar type behavior that was well known before the shooter began pulling the trigger. And as I have pointed out, the next shooter is already out there and already has his gun and is exhibiting the same kind of behavior that should be serving as a warning. What did the audience do last night? The audience booed Marco Rubio. The audience booed Dana Loesch. The audience reportedly suggested that Dana Loesch burn. What do they have to do with it? Marco Rubio and Dana Loesch had literally nothing to do with the event at the high school. Now, in one sense, this is what indoctrination looks like. This is what a lifetime of propagandizing and indoctrination in the schools looks like. But looked at in an additional way, this is one of the greatest illustrations that not a single thing has been done since Columbine to change. Why not? Why when it's been said that we put armed security in jewelry stores. Now diamonds are more important than our kids. So why is it that nothing is done? Is this incompetence? Why is nothing done? Columbine happened a long time ago. There have been many similar such events since. After every one of them, the same cacophony of baseless, empty charges that have nothing to do with what caused it. It really is striking when you think of it this way. Not a single thing has changed, including the reactionary rhetoric of the media and the Democrats after every incidence of killing.